The city's current shelter ordinance was largely written by the previous city council, who did not support a low barrier shelter. The majority of this city council last night showed that they want to remove those barriers as they move forward with their plan for a city-run shelter.
Background checks are a barrier.
Councilors talked Tuesday night about different barriers, largely focusing on whether shelter guests should be required to show identification.
These are folks who are moving in and around from different locations. Perhaps they have been unhoused for a long period of time, and they might not have an ID. So is that going to be a barrier that we want to put in place for them to even be able to access the shelter?
Rebecca Austin of the nonprofit Safe Voices argues with Caden's Kitchen operating the shelter day to day, most guests will already be known.
And if they are completely unknown to the providers, it doesn't mean that you can't be asking someone to identify themselves. It can't mean that you're not working on helping them get an ID.
It's a safety thing for me.
Councilor Erin Sola-Claire wants to keep that requirement in the ordinance. The city's 6 private shelters all require guests to obtain proof of a background check from the police department before they can enter.
People need to be identified. We can't, to me, I just see it as a really unsafe situation, and it takes just one person to make all these wonderful intentions to go really bad.
Some city leaders argue other low-barrier shelters in Maine do not require IDs for entry.
It seems to be working well. I don't think we need to second-guess that here.
Individual facilities can adopt more restrictive rules. Caden's Kitchen hopes to open this shelter next September. That location has not been finalized.
The council ran out of time last night to settle this debate. They plan to continue these talks in a workshop next month. In Lewiston, I'm Owen Kingsley, CBS 13 News.